What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Checkerboard Podcast. We're here for episode 41, dude. That's kind of crazy. Like, oh, wait. Is it 40? Wait, I feel like I have that wrong. Is it 41, really? Wait, I think it's 42. I honestly want to say it's 40.
42.
Yeah, it's... I might have that.
It's a big number.
Wait, let me double check. But yeah, it is a big number, honestly. Like, either way... We are. Ooh, right here, that background. Yeah, we're 42. Okay. I was right. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. As you guys might notice, we have a few people missing today. We got no Liam, and we got no Chobble. Liam is out right now. He's not feeling the best, so he's not gonna be here today. And then Nick, bro's in fucking Pittsburgh. Who knows what he's doing?
Shitsburg.
He's over there, like, on X. Probably browsing X or something.
Facts.
I don't know.
Bro's probably gonna get a Primani Bro sandwich.
Yup. That's literally what he's gonna do. But we got Gunnar.
What's going on, everyone?
We got Jordan.
Hello, this is me on my...
Bro's got my old mic, which is kind of crazy. But, yeah, so... As you guys can tell by the little thing here, the nick. Actually, let me adjust this quick because this is gonna bug me. I swear I literally changed it to episode 42, which is kind of messing me up, but oh well. There we go. Okay, so today I want to talk about a certain individual that a lot of us have probably grown up like watching the shows. Like have we all watched Nickelodeon growing up? I feel like we all have.
Oh, dude, I was a Nick kid over any other.
Like, bro, iCarly, I used to fucking come home from school and be watching that shit. That's what I grew up.
It was funny.
Like, I know...
Dude, iCarly was great.
Jordan, I feel like you were a Drake and Josh...
Oh, I love Drake and Josh.
I never
That
watched
is my
any
favorite
Drake and Josh.
show by the person.
Yeah, I thought so. I feel like I remember you and Chop talking about it, but I never personally watched it. I watched iCarly and I watched Victorious, and that's pretty much it when it came to...
I dabbled in some Sam and Cat sometimes, I'll be honest.
Nah, Sam and Cats were kind of... I stopped watching.
Yeah, that's where I started watching, too.
I just put it on the background.
But anyway, the reason why we bring up these shows is because they're all made by a fucking creepy weirdo named Dan Schneider. Like, we all know bro. We all know who he is. Bro's a freak. Let's just say it. Say it for what it is. He's a freak. And the reason why this week in specific we're going to talk about him is because there's a whole documentary that just got released like a week or so ago called Quiet on Set, which, Jordan, did you say you watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing in one sitting.
That's what I did too. And Gunnar hasn't watched the whole thing, but he gets like the general gist of it.
What episode are you on, Gunnar? I'm just curious, sorry.
I didn't even watch. I don't have fucking like HBO Max.
Actually, nah, I'm not gonna do you like that, dude. Yeah, no.
It's actually just Max.
Just okay, bro.
Dang,
I'm
okay,
just kidding.
Dang.
Okay.
Jordan had to finish the sentence. That's crazy.
But like, nah, I watched like the Moist Critical video and some other like YouTube
Yeah, Moist
coverage of
Critical
it.
had a video on this like a year ago, I believe.
Well, he just
and
made a
everything.
recent one too.
Yeah.
A few days ago, or like a week ago.
So this has been going on for a while, actually, truly.
Yeah. So the whole thing with Dan that we're gonna talk about today is some of the stuff from the actual documentary. So, first off, let's just get one thing out of the way, dude. He obviously, like I said, he's a weirdo, but you know the first thing where he kind of started at was I think it's called All That. I never personally.
Oh, that's great.
I never personally watched that one, but that's pretty much where he got his start at. And from there, he would kind of pick individuals from that to give them their own spin-off shows. And I think the first one was the Amanda Bynes show, if I'm correct. Which...
Yes.
That was, like, the first case where he's like, yo, you seem like you have talent. Let's give you a spin-off show. Because I don't know. I'm gonna be. I don't know. Bros just said, yeah, let's just give anyone a fucking spin-off show. At least that's what it seemed like. But anyway, so he gives her a spin-off show, and he decides to hire 2 female writers. I think that's what they were, writers, if I'm correct. And, dude, he put these women through the craziest shit, dude. Like, he put them through a fucking split salary, which that's fucking insane. He said,
Wait, what? For
so,
real?
yeah, so essentially they
That's
shared a
wild.
salary.
Totally.
Meanwhile, all the male writers all had full salary. There was like a bunch of jokes that were made at their expense. I think the craziest thing that he fucking had the one lady do is, I didn't know what the word meant at the time, so I kind of had to like get it explained. But apparently he had the one lady be like pretend like she's getting sodomized over a table, which like I said, I didn't know what that meant at the time.
What does that mean?
I think it's like
Actually-
bent over.
Yeah, bent over like
What?
you're getting what's the word? How do you say it on
Snoop Dogged.
Snoop?
Like you're getting Snoop
What?
Dogged.
Snoop Dogged?
Oh,
Bro, that's
okay,
basically
I just
what it
looked up.
is.
I just looked it up. Okay.
Yeah,
Having
so,
from
We can go-
behind.
That's crazy.
yeah.
What the
So
fuck?
yeah, he had her do that while she was like telling a story from something in middle school or some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck? What is bro talking about? But yeah, you had shit like that. And then eventually the women find out like, hey, actually we can't. It's kind of illegal, or it's against like the whole SAGA AFTA thing that like you can't really have 2 people like splitting salaries, like 2 women, just because. I mean, obviously, guys, it's like that's kind of fucked up. So they go and they report his ass, and he finds out, and bro becomes big baby rage mad, dude. He starts throwing a tantrum. He's like, "Who was it? Who fucking told him? Who told him? You're getting fired. You're gonna go through some crazy shit if it was you." And dude, it's like, damn, you don't want to fuck with him. He's gonna ruin your career.
An anger issues.
Well, he
bro.
holds all the power.
Yeah, he holds
I
all the
guess.
power,
You-
yeah.
Wait, so this was okay. So from the video like I watched, and like okay, I guess the Moist Critical video I watched, and then they went over like some like fucking like PR ass like scripted ass apology that they did with fucking like Tebow from
Oh,
iCarly.
we'll get to that. We'll get
Like,
to that.
Was
Yeah.
that like the writers' room shit he was talking about in that video?
That's
Like
yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I never meant to make anyone feel uncomfortable." Like, bro, like, but like you're fucking like actually going crazy, like raging, fucking going crazy, doing
Yeah,
these
no,
weird,
he's
weird like subhuman shit to these writers. Like
Dude,
that's fucking. That's
Tebow went
wild.
so easy. He went easy mode on him.
Dude,
Honestly,
dude, I
you could-
thought Tebow was cool. What the fuck?
honestly,
really
I wouldn't
switched.
even say easy mode. Bro went with that Minecraft peaceful mode on him. Like,
He
dude,
went-
he did
dude,
not hit
like,
him with anything.
He wasn't even pressing.
Nah.
in that interview, bro.
He said,
He was too light on him.
dude, the only things he said were like, the way I heard you treated women, Dan, not cool.
Not cool.
Not
Not cool, bro. Like,
It's like,
dude, he's
what?
talking like it's like a bully. Like he's got bullied in middle school.
Dude,
Like,
yeah,
like,
it's
that- like that's what the principal tells the bully. Not cool, man.
Yeah, like not cool.
Like, bro, this is such.
Yeah, and then Dan's
This
like,
is so fucking like not appropriate.
Dan's like, yeah,
How
no,
they're
no, it wasn't cool. I wasn't proud of it. Like, yeah, no shit,
Okay,
you
buddy.
weren't. Now you're not proud of it. Back then,
Yeah, because
bro did not
it got
care.
exposed and you got caught.
Bro, you're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. Like, quite frankly, that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, so that was that part, and then he ends up firing one of them. I forget which one, but he fires one of them, and then the one girl, the other one that didn't get fired, he keeps for like the second season of the Amanda Show until what was it? I think he fires after like the second season, but that whole time on like the second season, like she's getting like 13 weeks of pay or something like that, not the full. I think it's like 33 weeks or something. Like she didn't get paid. Like she was basically doing work for free at one point for it, which was kind of crazy. And then obviously bro's
ridiculous.
making like sexist jokes. Like, dude, it's crazy, dude. The amount of shit-
Mm-hmm.
So this is at the start of everything. This is like Amanda Bynes show. That's like what early 2000s, bro.
Yeah,
Like, right?
Oh, dude, the entire Amanda.
The
Oh.
Amanda Bynes situation is fucking sad.
Yeah,
dude.
her situation's really sad. Apparently that was one of the only few good things he did, was like whenever she ran away, he called the cops to try and like help her get like found or whatever, and not like because running away as like a young girl, that shit is not good. Nothing good's
I mean,
comes
but
out of
like,
that.
bro, like, do you really think he even like cared about her, dude?
Honestly, I feel like he
Like,
could definitely.
genuinely?
There's a lot of things that I genuinely think like maybe he did have some good intentions with some things. There's a big thing that I want to talk about later, but
Yeah.
he definitely could have done so much more.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
I think he only cares about himself, dude.
I think. I mean,
Honestly, that's
I
my
wouldn't doubt
opinion.
it, to be honest. But yeah, so that's one of the first big things that they bring up. Then there's a bunch of other actors from like the later seasons of all of that, which was another show that he worked with, and essentially what happens to them. There's this one kid. I don't remember any of their names, to be honest, because I don't.
Leon,
Is it Leon?
if you're talking about the one with the nose.
Oh, I was. Yep, it was one of the nose.
Yeah,
Dude,
Leon.
so he dude, they put this dude in a fucking costume. They called him Noseboy, and essentially on his fucking shoulders, they had what looked like they were supposed to be noses, but they looked like dicks, like a dick and
What the
balls.
hell?
They had that, and then I feel like there was something else with it. There was, yeah, his outfit was really fucking weird. And the other thing that was really just gross about it is they made a joke, like a nut joke, where like he sneezes on a lady and
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that shit was very fucking weird. Um,
Wait, what show was this on?
this was on
All
all
that.
that. So that was
The
another
fuck?
thing, and then I think there was what else was there? There was another one where they made him into a fetus, and then they said like the color
That was
for
Brian. Yeah. I
that.
think that was Brian.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know if it was the same guy or not. I kind of forget, but this guy they had dress up as a fetus and be like a rapper called Lil Fetus, and then just they made him fucking pretty much into a fetus, and they were like saying like, oh, this doesn't match his skin tone. It's not dark enough, and they said, what color should we go for? And they said charcoal. And it was like
What the hell?
it was fucked, dude.
Yeah.
They were racist straight up, like. Yeah, no, it was fucked. There was a bunch of other things. I think the
This is supposed to be what,
craziest.
kids TV? This is
This
supposed to be like children's
this is
shows.
on kids TV,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, what? Oh
I
my
think the
god.
craziest thing to me is the like whole like X Factor thing they kind of did, which I don't think many of the things you probably watched Gunnar probably. talked
You
about
mean
that.
what's it called? Fear Factor.
Yeah, Fear Factor.
Yeah, they made
Did you hear
that
about that
show.
part, Gunnar?
No.
So at the end of some of the All Out episodes, there would be like a little like I don't know if it was a competition or what it was, but essentially someone had to do a like really fucked up thing. There was one kid that had to put a scorpion in his mouth. There was another kid.
Oh, these are kids.
Yeah, and there was another kid that got
What?
like smeared in peanut butter, and dogs had to lick him off everywhere.
That was Brian, bro.
There was
Oh,
what else was there? There was a lot of really fucking like weird ones or like
Dude, what?
disgusting or dangerous. Yeah, the Fear Factor thing was like insane to me. The fact that they did that, like, I was
Man,
like,
that's fucking.
the way they had the intro for it, I was like, yo, this shit looks cool. And then I like found out what it was, and I'm like, oh, this is not cool. This is fucked. So that was one of the other things with all that. I'm trying to think if there's any other like all that controversies. I think that's most of it with that. But yeah, like all that, most of the cast members did not have a good time. Then you go
Obviously,
to
bro. What the fuck? It sounds like they're being degraded, bro. Like
yeah,
doing this.
shit was not all that. Quite frankly, it was
damn.
it wasn't all that, to be honest. But yeah, so that's like I said, and then from all that, that's where they got Amanda Bynes, and then she has her own show, and we kind of talked about her a little bit there already. But one of the other things that happened is there's a scene where she is like, I don't know if she's in a classroom or what, but there's this girl that's like an extra, right? And essentially there was this guy. He was like, I don't know if he was like one of the people that like helped them with clothing or something. I forget.
I guess
what it
he
was.
helped out with talent. It was just like helping out
Yeah, he would like guide
a
the kids
lot.
around the set and all that
And
stuff.
talk with parents.
And he would talk with parents. And so he goes and he's like talking with the parents and shit. He's talking with the kids, and he would sometimes send the kids emails for like shit they need to know. And then there was the one girl that I was talking about. They don't really talk much about her. Like she wasn't like a main actress or anything like that. She was just like one of like the small time roles. And this fucking guy, I don't remember what his name is to be honest.
Jason.
Jason. We'll just go with Jason. This Jason
No, it is.
dude. Oh, that is his name?
Jason Handy.
Oh, you're right. Jason Handy. I forgot his last name was Handy. That's right. So the Handy guy, right? Bro's going, he's messaging, like, these kids, like, the stuff they need to know. But then Bro starts getting a bit too into it, dude. And he starts getting, he starts sending them videos and pictures of him giving himself a handy, if you know what I mean.
What?
So
Yeah, and it gets worse from there.
yeah, it gets worse. So the mom.
Also, wait, can we talk about the one situation?
The what?
How about the mom? How about the mom who was doing the show who did absolutely nothing about it when it happened to her daughter that we're talking about?
Yeah, she goes and she says, "Oh, I feel like I'd be an awful mom if I called the police and told them what my daughter was getting into." Like, what?
Dude.
I'm sorry, but
Brain
what?
dead people.
Like maybe I don't know because I'm not in that fucking business, but like I genuinely heard that and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you'd be a bad mom? You'd be a worse mom
Bro,
for letting it
she only
continue.
cares
What?
about the fucking money, bro. That's clear, dude.
She's like, well, I don't want it to look like I'm shitting on some. Like, no, do the right thing. Call the fucking police. What do you mean? Like, you don't need to try and justify it. Like, no, get this man in jail. So eventually the police go. I don't even think it was because of her because I don't think she ever did end up.
It was another person, and it turns out there was a lot more.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Dude, this guy had a whole, like, bro had the pedophile archives, dude. Like, I kid you not. This guy went, and he had a single, like, bag for every single one of the girls that he would, like, talk to. I don't know if it was boys, too. I think it was just girls. I could be wrong. But, yeah, he has a fucking little memoir bag for each one of the girls of something that was theirs. Whether it be, like, pictures, it could be, like, things from them, like, I think one of them was a hairbrush, if I'm right. I could be wrong. Like, I'm going on the podcast and not remembering every single thing, which I know.
Oh, dude, I remember the.
Yeah, he had a lot of weird fucking things from, like, every single one of the girls that he took. And it was just like, yeah, this guy should have been locked up sooner, to be honest.
That's wild.
It was insane to me.
Yes.
But yeah, that was one person. But the second guy we gotta talk about, this is like the big one. This is the one where it's like Dan, you got Dan Schneider, and then this guy, I mean, this guy is like objectively worse than Dan Schneider, at least as far as we know right now. And his name's Brian Peck. And so this guy, I'm pretty sure, was someone that worked with, like, I don't know if it was like the voice direction or what it was. I think
It was Nick. It's Nick.
Wait, it was what?
It was with Nickelodeon.
I know, but what?
He was a talent. It was like an.
Is he cutting out for you, Gunnar?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault.
You're good.
Am I better now?
Yeah, you might be better now.
I was far. He's a coach.
Okay, yeah, coach. I was gonna say I knew it was it was like a, is it voice coach? Is that what it was?
Talent acting coach. Just an acting coach.
Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, so this guy, he was one that everyone kind of knew. Everyone was kind of friends with. It's kind of like the handy guy, but this guy was like, he was on a bunch of different sets. He was on, I think it was All That. He was on the Amanda Show. Yeah, this guy's like the big one. This is the one you probably heard the most about, Gunnar.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy, he was, everyone pretty much liked him. No one really had any issues with him. He would host parties at his house. This, to me, was, like, the biggest thing that I heard from the documentary that was, like, a huge fucking red flag. That, like, genuinely, like, when I heard it, I was like, what the fuck? So, this guy has a party, and the one dude, one of the kids from all that, he's there at the
Kyle
glasses.
Sullivan.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle Sullivan. So, he goes, and, he's in his garage, this Brian Peck guy's garage at the party, and he's looking in the garage, and he's got a bunch of, like, stuff from, like, Planet of the Apes, because I guess he's, like, a huge Planet of the Apes fan.
He was a movie fan, big movie fan.
He's a big movie fan. And
Yeah, that's what we were told.
And everything in there, all kind of makes sense. But then there's this random thing that sticks out. This random thing, and it's a picture of a clown. And so, Kyle goes over to him, and he's like, hey, what's up with the picture of the clown? Like, this doesn't really fit the theme. And he's like, oh, let me show you. So he pulls it out, and he turns the painting around. And on the back, dude, like, oh my god, when I heard this shit, I was losing my mind. He goes, and it says, I hope you enjoy this self-portrait. From fucking John Wayne Gacy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
John Wayne Gacy.
That's insane.
Let that sink in, dude. Like, open the door and let him in. Because, bro, oh my god.
Bro, I didn't know who that was, and then you guys had to explain it to me, and I was like, why is a fucking, like, kids fucking television, like, coach, you said,
He was pen pals with the
have
killer
connections
clown.
with a fucking serial killer. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, for those
That's
of you who
fucked
don't
up.
know who John Wayne Gacy is, essentially John Wayne Gacy is one of, like...
He's on the same... I just say something.
Go ahead, go for it.
He's on the same level. What's his name?
Ted Bundy.
The guy from, like, this... Yeah, Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, think of him up there in, like, the fucking, like, biggest...
One of the
serial killers
most
ever.
well and studied.
Yeah. And this guy went, and what his whole thing was, he dressed up as a clown. That was, like, one of the things he did during the week. I've done a lot of, like, watching videos and shit on, like, John Wayne Gacy, because all these cases, especially the John Wayne Gacy one, are so fucking crazy to me. What this guy would do is he would have, like, a construction job, and he would lure boys over, and he'd be like, hey, do you want to work for my construction job? And, like, kid will be like, yeah, sure. And so he's like, alright, you're going to come to my house, and I will tell you more about it. So he'll have them come over to this house, and essentially he would do some not very nice things to the kid, and then the kid will try and maybe escape, or they'll be, like, super uncomfortable, and then he'll just fucking kill them. And after he would kill them, he would just leave them in his basement, where I'm pretty sure there are at least, like, 30 plus, like, bodies that were down there. Might be even more. Some of the bodies were, like, so fucked up that, like, it was honestly kind of hard to tell, because they would, like, merge together, and you couldn't really tell how many
Jesus
were down there.
Christ.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucking people that, like, got killed by this guy. So, saying you're pen pals with him, kind of a big red flag. You kind of shouldn't be
Especially when working with children.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be working with children. So, that brings us back to where we're at, where I think it's like the Amanda show, all that. I don't really remember where we're at in the timeline, but essentially...
We're close to Drake and Josh.
Yeah, we're a little bit before Drake and Josh, which I think is around, like, 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. So, essentially, Brian Peck is getting really close with Drake Bell. Like, they're getting really close, and essentially...
Minecraft YouTuber.
I just heard you say Minecraft YouTuber. Oh my god.
Yeah, Minecraft.
So, yeah, so essentially, this is the saddest part of the documentary to me, is Brian Peck really starts to get involved in Drake Bell's life, and he pretty much severs Drake's ties with his dad. Like, he basically says, like, oh, your dad's gonna fuck up your career business, like, he's not gonna make the right choices for you, blah, blah, blah. And Drake Bell's still a kid, so he doesn't really know. So he's like, you know what? Fuck you, Dad. and he goes and he starts like, you know, living with his mom, and he starts like, you know,
Fuck is.
he said fuck you, dad, and just, you know, he just starts living with his mom, starts visiting Brian Peck a lot. Brian Peck takes him to Disney World or Disneyland, I guess it would be, and essentially, yeah. Before all this happens, Drake Bell's dad goes and he tells the mom, he's like, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, this Brian Peck guy is not a fucking good dude. Do not let him.
Sorry, I was gonna say.
Go ahead, go for it.
Can we talk about the fact that when Drake's dad was concerned about it and approached the crew about it, they said to Drake's dad that Brian's gay and that.
Wait, what?
And that what?
So, Drake's dad approached the set crew about Brian Peck's ways with Drake, and they told him that he was homo and a terrible person for saying something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did say that. They said that Drake's dad was homophobic and just being terrible. Like,
for worrying about his son's safety.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah,
No
and so
way.
as we said though, the dad tells the mom, he's like, yeah, do not let Drake stay over at this guy's house. It's not gonna be good. And so the mom just doesn't listen for whatever fucking reason. She just said, fuck it. The dad's smoking crack or some shit. Like, he's tweaking. So then Drake Bell ends up having to stay at Brian Peck's house at some point because he can't get a ride home because it's too late. And Brian Peck does some really fucked up things. He does, like, apparently, according to Drake Bell, from what he could say on, like, the actual thing,
he couldn't even get through it.
Just imagine, well, yeah, which I don't blame him. I mean,
yeah.
Imagine going through that shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I couldn't.
He said, imagine every bad thing in the book that you could do to someone to make them feel fucking disgusting and awful.
That's awful.
It genuinely is fucking awful. So, eventually, Drake Bell goes and he gets a girlfriend, and his girlfriend, he's staying at her house, and Brian Peck's trying to fucking talk to him and be like, you know, obviously Drake Bell is like, nah, I don't want anything to do with this guy after this shit. And Brian Peck keeps trying to call him. He's like, hey, where are you at? I'm supposed to pick you up. We're supposed to go to Disneyland or something. And the mom can tell, like, something's not right. And so she goes and she's like, yeah, we're not letting you pick that up. We need to get you therapy and all that stuff. So he gets therapy, and eventually he goes and they get, like, the lawsuit, and dude, the lawsuit is fucking crazy to me. The fact that, like, they go to court and there's no one on Drake Bell's side, but there's like 40,
Yeah, that's something else I noticed. That's
45
insane.
people on the side of this fucking pedophile, dude. Dude, Hollywood pedophiles. Who's fucking shocked?
Bro, that's something else, dude. In that interview or the PR like apology or whatever, he's like, bro, Dan Schneider started fucking crying when Drake's Bell's mom like reached out or whatever. I'm like, bro, like, isn't that like this is something that the Moist Critical said, and it is a valid point. Like, why didn't he fucking like go to Drake Bell's side?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
He didn't go into the court. Like, oh, I'm glad you felt bad for Drake Bell, and I'm glad you were supporting him. But you could have done so much more. I mean, I'm glad he didn't send in a letter to support Brian Peck, because, man, that would really fucking get him, like, in big fucking trouble with everyone that already hates him. But goddamn, dude, why did he not just go and
his inaction?
Dude,
the fact that he did nothing though, like, is crazy, and he's like, and which fucking proves my point, bro. Like, I feel like all he cares about is himself, and now that the shit is finally hitting the fan, like, for real, like he's trying to do some face saving bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude,
like, bruh.
maybe people would have actually respected him if he actually went to that courtroom and defended Drake Bell. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't do that. He went and he fucking helped with a letter. Wow, dude, good job. Good job, man. You're so fucking huge for that. Like, I mean, he at least got convicted for, like, what was it, 18 months? Something like that. It wasn't very long. And then they fucking had him on Sweet Life of fucking Zach and Cody. Like, what?
What the hell?
Dude.
That's crazy. He got that job right after
It is
he got out of
crazy.
prison.
But apparently, like, the people like made that letter, one of the people that made the letter was the people that made Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. So, I mean, are we really shocked? Like, pedophiles.
How about the fact that... Sorry, I was going to say something.
No, you can.
That he worked with Leonardo DiCaprio, but we do not know if there's any word that Leonardo DiCaprio, which could come out, if anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, you cut out. I hear you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Jordan, turn your gain up a little bit, because you might be getting cut out from that. Put it like right.
How about now?
Put it like right in the middle. That's where I always had mine at.
How about...
How about now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, Leonardo DiCaprio might be involved with it too, because Brian and Leonardo's acting.
Oh, you're still cutting out.
There's a chance that a letter was written by Leo as well in the case against Drake Bell.
You said Leo wrote a letter too?
He could have. It's not confirmed.
Wait, Leonardo DiCaprio wrote a letter in favor of Drake or the other dude?
In honor of Brian.
Oh my god. Well, he's also a fucking weirdo too.
Yeah.
Didn't
That's
Tom
fucking
Cruise write one too?
What?
No.
I could be tweaking, but I thought he did too.
No, Tom Cruise was Drake Bell's first actors that he worked with.
Okay. I was gonna say, because Tom Cruise is a fucking weirdo too. Him and his Scientology. That's.
Oh, I could go on that for...
That's for another video or another like podcast.
You should, bro.
But yeah, so anyway, you have that shit. That's all the main stuff with him. But Dan Schneider. Let's talk more about Dan Schneider, because that's the main guy I want to fucking talk about. Dan Schneider isn't like proven for like most of the stuff. Like, he hasn't done, like, as far as we're aware, any of these crimes that like either the other two dudes have done. Like, I don't think there's any confirmed like pedophile stuff. Just very weird shit he's done. Like,
he's just a piece of shit.
He's a misogynist. He's a piece of shit.
Maybe racist.
Might be racist. Well, he claims he's not racist because he has representation on like a lot of his shows, which, I mean, I guess he's not wrong. But wasn't there parts of the iCarly Goes to Japan that was kind of like racist?
Yes.
I swear there was.
Oh my god. I watched that not too long ago. It was terrible.
I thought so. Yeah, so that's some of the weird things. And then obviously, like, the weird sexualization of, like, minors. One of the people I've been watching talk about this shit the most is Alexa Nicholas, I think is her name. She was on Zoe 101.
Yes.
And she posts a lot of videos on YouTube where she talks about stuff. Like, she'll talk about, like, you know, supporting the victims, all that stuff. Very cool person from what I can tell. And she was in the documentary as well. But yeah, so a lot of the stuff that I've been kind of talking about today have been kind of things from her that, like, obviously, like, you know, the documentary, but, like, some of the stuff on her YouTube channel, which is one of the things I want to show you guys right now. So let me put my stream up so you guys can hear this. Where's it at? Do I not have my tab up? Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so on Discord, join my live stream.
Alright, give me one.
You're good, no worries.
I can't watch it on my PlayStation, so I have to switch back.
But yeah, essentially what I'm going to show you guys is the ending tagline from Victorious, which if you don't know what these are, essentially what they are little things that, like, there'll be like little quirky quips that are like one-liners that are like something random and quirky, like, I just ate breakfast today. I don't know if I can know. That was just a random one. But a lot of these ending taglines, you're gonna hear them and you're gonna be like, what the actual fuck did I just hear? So let's play this. Let's play this.
You're a demon!
This is getting weird.
A lot of these first few ones, not too bad. You'll hear them and they'll be like, okay, it's a little, no, they're odd, but nothing more than that.
But we'll implode! You failed.
Say cheese, fathead.
You smell so fruity. Fresh as a daisy.
I heard you swallow.
That's where we start to get weird. I heard you swallow. Like, what?
Wait, so are these
Enjoy your
taglines-
Waz!
What'd you say?
What the hell? Wait, so are all of these fucking like ending taglines like taken from that episode? Like they were dialogue in that episode?
So, they might be. I'm not too sure, unless they're just random quips from like the set or something. But yeah,
I think they are. No, I think these are the dialogue taken from the each episode because I remember some of these.
but yeah. In the bottom
I
left, Gunnar and Jordan, you'll see that there's like a thing that says like the season and like the episode.
Yeah, I see it.
But yeah, let's continue.
Toot your pickle. Here comes that feeling. That is a quality foot.
Okay, dude.
What the fuck?
That one, that's a Dan Schneider one. All right, that's a Dan Schneider one.
All right, that's a Dan Schneider classic right there.
That's a classic.
Enjoy my monkey fur. That is so not tight.
What? Yeah,
I mean, I get how some of these can be like weird, taken out of context, but I these are like straight like this is dialogue taken out of context from the show. I mean, but not that it isn't weird, but you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I know what you're saying.
some of the things that
but,
they are
like,
saying is kind of weird.
But
though.
some of these lines, you can hear it as like an adult, like as a parent, and they hear that, I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Yeah, like it's.
I'm a cubist man.
Y'all can stare at me, but it's still bad.
More power.
Sometimes I do it to myself.
Yay! I love excitement.
I can't take it anymore.
What about your spicy tuna balls? I don't want to get blackballed.
Yeah,
that one is pretty crazy.
that one's
Holy
kind of
That
shit.
one's bad. That one's bad.
yeah, dude. It gets worse as we go on, dude.
I hate everything. Is this gonna hurt?
Probably.
I'm uncomfortable.
There was a grenade in my toilet.
I would consider doing that. I am gonna kill you so hard!
You have that dream too?
Ooh, it's all tingly.
I will pop your head like a zit.
That's funny.
Beg me.
Dude, Jade
bad
is
boy,
funny.
aren't I?
I love this show.
It's average.
Okay, dude. It's average. I
And
don't know.
okay, and they made Robbie say that.
I
Alright.
thought this was a closet party.
I've always wanted to see a bouzet.
I had a burrito for
that?
breakfast. Was it the onions?
My box has spoken.
You could. Was.
I gotta find my muffin.
What are you into? I like it. But it hurts. Lick my loafers, Debbie. You're holding your banana backwards.
Looks like we have a long night of snuggling ahead of us.
I don't know.
The fuck?
See,
That
like
was
some of these
thinking.
are
Some of
like,
them are kind of funny, but some of them are like weird. Like
Some of them
I
are
get
kinda
what
funny.
you're saying.
and you got the ones that are just like, what the fuck? There's the we're not quite there at the worst ones yet.
How bad do you want this?
Oh,
Enjoy the bone.
Why are they so angry at that little pucker? Can I hold it? No, I don't want to see that thing again. Put it away.
That one's kind of, I don't know.
A wiener?
What?
It was only
Bro,
for one night.
straight
It
up.
didn't mean anything.
I was scratching it.
You do it way more gentle than my mom does it.
That one's insane to me. What? I don't know about that one.
Getting more and more fucking like.
Is it my turn to squat?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
smell
like
your
what?
foot.
Yeah, of course that one.
They're getting more and more blatant, bro. Like,
I can't take it anymore.
That's what I'd be saying, dude. Yeah, like, dude, there's no way they're gonna fucking justify some of these. They're insane to me. Like, dude, I can see how some of them definitely can be like funny and quirky, but a lot of those are just straight up fucking weird. Like,
facts. Like the one with Andre's grandma, like a muffin. That's funny. Andre's grandma is funny as fuck.
yeah, no, there's.
Fucking show too, dude. I actually never knew there were these taglines at the end of that episode.
I vaguely remember them. I really do.
That's crazy.
But yeah, some of the things that like I've also kind of seen is a lot of people online are really saying like, oh yeah, Spencer's the GOAT, man. Spencer's.
Oh, I did see that too.
Yes.
He's trying to like stand up for the other actors and actresses, dude.
Yeah. So essentially, what Jerry Trainer would have to do is, we obviously have kind of established how Dan Schneider is about like people confronting him on stuff. So what Jerry Trainer would pretty much do is he would go and he would be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to just say what I want to say, but in a very joking manner, so that he doesn't think I'm serious. So he'd be like, when are we gonna leave, Dan? When are we gonna leave? When can we leave? And like, he would pretty much jump in between, like, whenever Dan is like trying to get near like Miranda or, what's her name? The one that plays Sam.
Jeanette.
Yeah, Jeanette. He would like try and jump in and be like, nah, you ain't getting your grubby, nasty ass hands on them. Like, he would jump in and be like the big, like, protective, like, older brother to them almost. It was wholesome, but man, Jerry Trainer is like, it's awesome to see.
He's doing what no one else would, bro. Like,
he would go and he would be like, pretty much what he would do is, and also another thing I would mention is like, whenever the documentary came out, him and Freddie, Nathan Kress, they went and immediately unfollowed everything Nickelodeon. Like,
like when they finished their shows or whatever.
Like, well, no. Like, just recently, when the Quiet on Set documentary came out, they unfollowed everything, like, Nickelodeon-wise. And, it's good to see that they're doing that. I kind of wish they did that sooner, but, I mean, I'm glad that they did it to begin with. And there's been a few other people that talked about it. There was this guy from Zoe 101. I'm not too familiar with him, but there were some things that he said on TikTok that were pretty fucking crazy. He said that Dan Schneider would fucking have people at his house, like the writers, and he would fucking threaten them with a shotgun. That's
what the hell?
crazy to me. That's wild to me. What else did he say? A lot of people think that he was the person that, like, I don't know if you guys have heard these ones. These ones, I need to mention now before anyone tries to sue me for this. Dan, get in the van, Schneider, if you're listening. I don't want to get sued by you. So these are alleged. I'm not saying these are true. Have you guys heard of him trying to, or like, people saying that he might have been the one that impregnated Jamie Lynn Spears?
Yes, I've been following this one, and he had her aborted.
I never heard that.
Wait, and he what?
There's also one of him impregnating Amanda Bond at 13.
Bro, what the hell?
At 13.
Yeah, like, Dan is just not a good dude. And I mean, let's go back to that fucking apology thing too. Like, he goes and literally like a few days. No, actually, I think it was like the day after it came out. He goes and he makes that like little apology video, or I wouldn't even call it an apology video. It's him defending himself with the most PR like way possible. And like I said, Tebow goes peaceful mode on him. Like, he asks him like questions that are like, not even anything crazy. Like, he doesn't hit him with anything hard. Just, like, the worst thing that he said to Dan was, like, not cool, and I think there was one other thing he says. He's like, from what I saw, not cool. And then, what was the other one? He says, like, I think he said something that he did was disgusting, too, if I'm right. It was something along those lines. But that's it. That's as far as he goes and pushes him. Like, just kind of sad, to be honest, that Tebow kind of gave him that little perspective in the spotlight to talk about it. He probably got paid for it, though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what can you do, I guess? I mean, I feel like, honestly, they gotta get Dan to get interviewed by someone that's actually professional, that's gonna actually take it serious. Like, I really want to hear this guy come out. No bullshit, no excuses, no, like, cutting corners and, like, nah, bitch, we gotta talk about everything. We're not, like, being like, oh, it's not cool what I did years ago. And then he goes, and whenever they're talking about, like, the jokes that are, like, really weird, bro's like, cut them. Like, no, bitch, that doesn't get rid of the actual jokes you made. You still made them. Like, let's not fucking pussyfoot around it. Yeah, you still made those jokes. I don't know. For me personally, I just really want to see Dan Schneider get locked up, to be honest. There's nothing confirmed that he's done anything that's, like, you know, illegal, I guess. Well, actually, no. I think he has done illegal stuff, but, like, maybe. I don't know. He hasn't done anything that is, like, what's his name? Brian Peck illegal. Let's just say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really hope that is the case, that he hasn't done those things to Amanda Bynes or Jamie Lynn Spears, but, like, honestly, who knows? We won't really ever know until Amanda Bynes or Jamie Lynn Spears comes out and says it themselves, but it hasn't happened. I really want to see part 5 of that documentary. It's supposed to be happening, I think, in April at some point, if that's even confirmed, which I don't know if it is or not, but for me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I did love Nickelodeon as a kid, but if I had to pick out of, like, the OG3, Cartoon Network, what was it? Cartoon Network, Nick, and Disney Channel, I think I'm picking Cartoon Network, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picking Cartoon Network.
Damn.
It's more adult-based, too, if you look at it.
Yeah, Cartoon Network, as far as I'm aware, doesn't really have these fucking controversies or, like... I mean, I don't doubt that there are some fucking evil people working over there, but, like, nothing that's happened, like, this bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But, honestly, guys, like I said, I just really want to see him get locked up. I fucking hate Dan Schneider. I think he sucks. I think everyone can agree on that. I will congratulate him on losing some fucking weight. Bro thinks he's Dream over here, getting, like, caught on the camera for the first time in 20 years. Like, not being, like, a complete, you know, whale. But, I'm sorry, that's kind of mean. That's I don't know. Well, then again, it's Dan Schneider, so I don't think I should be apologizing to him for that. But, like, yeah, I'll give him some credit on that. But aside from that, go fuck yourself, Dan Schneider. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Facts.
Get out of here. But yeah, I don't know. Was there anything else you guys want to talk about regarding it? There's a lot to that shit. I mean, I'm sure more stuff is still going to keep coming out. But as of right now, that's, like, the main stuff that I ever from, like, the documentary and some of this other shit that's happened.
Yeah, as of right now, nothing. I don't have much to say. It's just a wild fucking thing to come out. But, like I said, this has been coming out for years, think about it, because we've heard so much stuff about people talking about this on the internet for, I would say, about the last, like, 4 years now. We've heard a lot of shit about Dan Schneider that, like, no one noticed until it was on YouTube, and then the doc dropped. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It does feel pretty satisfying like, after all these fucking years. Like, I almost want to say it's been a decade now that I've heard about this shit. Like, I'm glad that it's finally being talked about, and he's finally getting called out, and all these other Nickelodeon people are getting called out. I mean, I'm very sad to hear about, like, the shit that happened with Drake Bell. Like, that stuff was, like, especially for his dad, dude, I really feel bad about that. But I'm glad it's finally out there. People know what fucking happened. And this piece of shit will hopefully not really have as many... I mean, I don't know if he still has been working in Hollywood or not, but, like, I hope that fucks over his chances of getting more jobs. Knowing Hollywood, it probably wouldn't, because Hollywood is just a pedophile ring, but who knows?
Is it ever, dude?
But I will say, like I said, I think it is very good that we're at least getting somewhere, and a lot more people are finally coming out and talking about their experiences with Nick. Definitely very nice. It does kind of suck though. Josh Peck. I don't know if you saw this one or not. Josh Peck when it first came out, I think he literally went and he was like trolling like Drake Bell and shit on TikTok. Like he was making like a mockery out of him. I'm like, what the fuck, Drake or Josh? Like, what the hell?
Oh, what about the Net Declassified podcast and what they did?
Oh, and them too. Bunch of weirdos, dude. Yeah, honestly, those people are just really fucking weird, and they're probably the reason why a bunch of other people will still probably not come out, because they don't want to take it serious. So, but I mean, like I said, I think it's good that we're getting into like some direction, that some people are finally coming out and speaking about it. Like, I'd honestly love to hear Jerry Trainer even come out and talk about shit, be like, yeah, I knew that fucking Dan Schneider's a weirdo this whole time. I would love to hear him say that. Be like, yeah, I did go on that set to try and protect those kids. Like, he'd be a goat if he came out and said that. But I mean, he still is a goat. Don't get me wrong. But the other person that I have heard talk about Dan Schneider that I can think of, that this wasn't part of the documentary or anything, was Noah Monk. Gibby's actor. I remember him going on a podcast. I forget who it was with, but
Moist Critical.
It was? Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Moist.
Wait, it was? Wait,
Yeah, it's called The Podcast.
I never saw that. What the fuck?
It was years ago.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. Because Moist Critical or like one of his friends goes on the podcast and they're like, "So did anything ever like weird happen with Dan Schneider?" And he's like, "No, not really. I didn't really have any weird experiences like that. Like, I don't doubt that some people did, but I definitely didn't." And I mean, I think that makes sense too, because I remember him on the stage for when Dan Schneider gets that award that's like the Lifetime Career one. Like, you can literally see Noah Monk in the background. He's like standing there, like, probably right behind Dan on the left. So, am I really shocked by that, of him kind of saying that?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I would hope he supports these victims, but at the same time, I don't really feel like he's gonna be one of the people coming out and talking about shit, because he didn't really seem to have much of an experience.
Yeah. I don't think they did. But if they did, there was a lot more stuff that you could talk about with Dan Schneider, though, if you look at a lot of his shows.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like fucking it's like watching a show for the first time. Like, I don't know, we'll just say...
How about... Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So, if you think there's the one infamous scene from iCarly where Gibby... I'm not sure if you guys know that. It's like the meme of him, like, falling from the ceiling. They had a stunt actor play as Gibby, but they never had, like, any padding for the guy, so he fell from the fucking ceiling on straight concrete. Like, that's so fucked up for someone to have to do that. And they had to do that, like, probably, like, takes.
I do remember hearing about that. I remember hearing that on the podcast. That was fucked up.
Like, looking back at it.
Yeah, that shit was fucked. Like I said, there's probably a lot more you could talk about with Dan Schneider. And honestly, in like the coming podcasts, if there does happen to be like more stuff, I think honestly we can probably start off the podcast talking about it. But like, for the most part, that's a lot of the stuff that's kind of came out about him. And like I said, I'm glad it finally came out. It's long overdue. I just hope more people keep coming out about it, and you know, we get this guy some fucking punishment. Even though he's probably not gonna get punished, because he's probably just chilling in his mansion, just living his life peacefully. Even though he's a fucking asshole that definitely doesn't deserve it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm somewhat grateful to him for bringing me like great childhood shows, but at the same time, it doesn't equate for the fucking suffering that some of these actors and actresses had to go through. So, take that how you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm about ready to wrap up the podcast. I don't know you guys if you guys have anything else you want to say, but
Not as of now.
That's it, dude. It's crazy.
But yeah, guys, if you guys want to see more information about this stuff, I will say Alexa Nicholas, definitely a very good person to go watch like stuff on this about. Like if you want to see more stuff that like people coming out about this shit or like stuff that she's had experience with, I definitely recommend checking out her YouTube channel where she posts about some of that stuff. But anyway, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. We might be back next week, maybe the week after. We'll have to see. But that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Keep it virtual and peace.
Peace.
See ya.
Does that stop?
That's crazy.
Yeah, the shit with him is so fucking